Hello, hello, hello. Sorry for the wait, guys. There was more that I had to prepare than I thought, but I think I have everything lined up now. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, I'm really excited. Okay, so I don't know how to hook up the game. Also, I cannot pull up the game actually on my phone anymore because my phone doesn't have any more storage. But it worked out because my intention was not to actually play the game that I have on stream, but it was to actually just watch the lore, like the story lines. So I've been a lads player. For context, I've been a lads player since it started. I had a couple of friends who were like, oh, I've been really excited about this game, so I want to try it out. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll play it. I'm not really into ultimate games, but I'll try it anyways. And I was going through the different love interests, and I'm like, oh, but this one's kind of fun. And it was Rafayel. So he's one of the three starting characters in the game. There are now currently 5, was 6, and then he got deleted. But Rafayel is going to be the character that we're focusing on for these streams. The main story, I was thumbing through it. The main story does continue with the other characters. So then rather than watching their sections, because I really don't want to waste my time on on the other love interests, I want to instead, I'll like read a synopsis of what happened. And then after that, we'll just watch like the parts with Rafayel in it. Hello, Vane! 2 streams in one day. I know. It's rare, huh? I figured that I should just split the stream into 2 parts so that the information like isn't confused, muddled in between. Hello, Knives! Hi, Soni. Hitting a long drive, so we'll lurk in and out a bit. All right, sounds good. We're gonna be going through some storylines, so the full thing will be in the VOD for sure. But yeah, I'm actually a little nervous streaming this at this time because some of you guys may have heard there's like huge controversy right now surrounding lads, and I'll tell you like what I understand. Please prove that you're the real Soni and not AI. Like an AI in a game, a love interest in a game. Hello, my name is Soni. What is your name? If I can mimic the AI voice, then who knows? Maybe I could be AI. So this is what I've gathered so far from the controversy that's going on with lads. So there were first posts that came up about so the company that made lads introduced a new character, and people were throwing him a lot of shade on the global servers. But a lot of people, that was like a small minority, a lot of people really liked him. They wanted to see what he was about. But then things started popping up about fans in China that were angry. This is a Chinese game. About his release and about other things. So then the game tried to address those concerns because I'm sorry, we'll promise we'll do this. And then I think fans on both the Chinese side and the global side were like, hey, we want actual guarantees. We don't want promises that you're actually going to fix the game. And then after that, they just pulled the character out. So then everyone's like, what the heck? And from what I'm understanding, everything is really fractured because we're only getting bits and pieces of information rather than the whole story. And that's because everyone's saying different things. And so I think from the global side, it initially seemed like the new character Valko was getting pulled because the small minority didn't like his design or whatever, and then killed him, essentially. But then I didn't look too closely into this because I really don't like internet controversies. But from what I gathered, there was a lot more that the Chinese fans were upset with, that partially led to why he was pulled from the game. And so it was really confusing because at first I think the global players believed that it was because of the way that Chinese fans were acting out towards the game. That's why he was pulled. But I had read that it was really interesting because when they were actually when the company was talking about why they had pulled the character, they had told two different stories, one to the Chinese fans and then one to the global fans. So what they told the Chinese fans was that, hey, there were a lot of things we haven't been addressing. We've seen your request to do this, and that, and it hasn't been done. We know that we explicitly broke a promise that we weren't going to release a new love interest until we had released new content for the existing love interest. And for context with that, they were saying that this game has gone 500 days without releasing new content for the existing characters. So I can see why that's really frustrating for people that like really love this game. They dedicate a lot to this game because it's like, why are you releasing a new character when you should just be, oh, hold on, let me turn on okay, cool. My BGM is on, awesome. Why are you releasing a new character when you should be fixing the problems that we have with the game to begin with? So that's part of why people are angry. Another reason, sorry, I'm trying to get my facts straight. Another reason was that the company had made references to a very traumatic part of Chinese history, and fans were pointing it out in prior instances in the game, and then it hasn't been removed. So then when this new character was debuted and he had a reference to that like terrible time in history, they're like, why are you doing this? And then the company was like, it's just a placeholder, it's just a number. And the fans were like, this is not acceptable. And then the last thing that actually caused it really to spiral was that the character, his introductory video, had him breaking and entering. And breaking and entering is a 3-year prison charge. And so actual I guess judicial offices were filing claims against the game for pushing this kind of I guess by even though it's a game and the game is like quote unquote Fantasyland, you could do whatever you want, they're like, this is not acceptable because it's pushing the narrative that these things are okay and that some people like this kind of things. And so they actually pulled the character also based off of those charges, because then the Chinese government started stepping in. And then there were other posts going around about how like the Chinese government just doesn't like ultimate games in general because it's like girls are going to these games rather than actually like looking at real people, I guess, is the whole argument, quote unquote. Yeah, it's really weird, actually. Hello, Bogey. I'm giving some context on the big controversy right now with Love in Deep Space. What an interesting time to be in. So it was like all these reasons being that the game had a lot of empty promises that they were not fulfilling. They had released a character with problematic material that's actively being investigated. And what else? What was the last thing? And then they were making references to really bad moments in history. Yeah, it's really tough with that one because I don't know if the global players understand the significance of that. And I had read a post that had said like the global version of the game has been intentionally like wiped of Chinese culture. And they had gone to put on like a list of like food items were no longer in the game. They had calligraphy that was wiped from the game. They didn't understand why like notes about cultural relevance was not there. And I think what like pretty much sealed it for me was that the global players got a different message than the Chinese players. The global players, what their message had said is, sorry, we weren't ready to release this character, with no acknowledgement of like the other reasons why fans were upset. And so it's like it's like this huge thing because no one really knows like who to believe because everyone's saying different things. From what I'm gathering right now, people just want the character to be released because it's like they had spent like 2 years on this guy already. And there's still content and stuff to be had. It's more of like a celebration of the character itself rather than, I guess, seeing his release as like neglect on behalf of the company. What was really interesting is that the global fans have actually raised about like maybe $30,000 to support wolf sanctuaries because the new character he's a wolf guy. And these like wolf conservatories are like, holy cow, thank you guys for the money. Like, man, we can actually use this to support our wolves. Like, this is awesome. And so it's really cool to see that something really good has come out of it. I think there is an active boycott of the game currently, which actually works out because I can't access the game on my phone. And I had considered, I had thought about maybe I should not do this stream in solidarity. But then I realized that today we're going to be going through existing material. Like, this is material that has been here since the beginning of the game. And so I don't think it really makes a difference if we're going back to look at stuff that's already been released. If anything, if we don't do that, I think it would be a waste because, like, what if this company goes under because of all this stuff and then the whole game gets wiped? Then what do you have left, you know? So I think as long as you're not spending money on the game right now or like doing dailies and such, like keeping up the momentum of the game, I think that's still in solidarity of that. But yeah. And I, despite playing this game since the start, I have not watched past like chapter 1. Really, like this game has been fun trying to pull for the character that I like, but I don't go any further than that because I'm honestly scared. I'm like, I don't want to get too deep into this game, so I play it on a very superficial level. I think maybe most of the 5-star cards I've had, they each come with like a story and like a cutscene. I've maybe seen each of them once. I don't play them on repeat. My favorite content of the game is actually the voice packs that come with the 4-star cards. Like every 4-star comes with a voice pack, and those are really fun to listen to. So those ones I do like. But other than that, I feel like I haven't really explored this game as much as it has to offer. So we're gonna go through the plot. I thought this would be a great opportunity to go through the plot. And yeah. I also thought this would be fun for you guys, so let's see where this goes. I'm shocked about the number thing specifically. Yeah, I think that's not acceptable. I don't know why they thought that. One, not that they can get away with it, but that, like, why? Like, there's literally no positive thing that could come out of that, so. I don't understand how it got past multiple devs. I think ultimately what it comes down to is that the devs don't have a say in some things. So like when it comes to like wiping the game of cultural relevance, that's not going to be a developer choice. That's going to be like a CEO choice. That's going to be like upper level management. And so I think they can only do so much to try to pour love into the game before then it gets corrupted by what the upper upper management wants it to be. So that's unfortunately what it's always going to be. So yeah, so let's transition. So funnily enough, the entire lore has been posted on YouTube. So we're going to be watching the lore on YouTube, yippee! Which means I don't even have to connect my game. And we can stop and go when we please. And we can also scrub through it because there are going to be some love interests that are in the plot that I really don't have an interest in watching their like story. So, all right, so let's begin. I think the very first part, this part, I think sets the game up really nicely. Otherwise, I'll just read summaries of like what's going on, and then we'll go from there. So let's begin. Let me know how it sounds, by the way.
1326. Attention. Target anchor lost. No response from base. Traceback 2 is about to pass the event horizon and enter the black hole.
Just keep it like this.
We are stuck in this loop. This never-ending journey.
Hello, Lincoln City. DPSC-FM here to greet you on this early morning. Did you sleep well last night? Weather's nice today with winds at 5 kilometers per hour. Certain areas have a higher metaflux index due to the deep space tunnel. Expect wanderers to appear more often.
Xavier.
We would like to thank all the hunters in the city for allowing us to live a normal, peaceful life. Next, a detailed report for each district, areas that are at high risk of being attacked by wanderers. All medical personnel, please get ready. Today is going to be another busy day. We now have a message for all the new hunters who recently passed their exams.
Rafayel.
Now that your journey is about to begin, we want to express our deepest gratitude and wish you all the best as you face the challenges ahead.
Yeah! Oh my god, I'm so excited to actually play this game.
And that's all for today. But before we go, please enjoy this gift we received from Deep Space 14 years ago. Love and Deep Space.
Alright, I turned it down.
These electromagnetic signals have traversed time and space, a miracle of the ages. One day we will be able to evolve from our current limitations, transcend the boundaries of life, and reach the stars.
Wow,
At a certain moment in the future, we can pass through the deep space tunnel and discover the future awaiting us.
Alright, so that's like prologue of the prologue. I think my understanding of it is that this deep space tunnel has given us powers, but it also brought enemies, which tends to be for any other like fantasy genre of this type. So, now we're just gonna scrub through. So basically, main character just graduated from the academy, is now a wanderer, or not a wanderer, is now a what did they call them? A hunter, is now a hunter. And the hunters are the ones that fight the wanderers. The wanderers are the sentient baddies in this game. Oh, okay. We're gonna skip to Raphael's first introduction.
And it has a limited edition Hunter Lux. Follow me!
All right, the person who recorded this, their name is Lavender.
We're almost there. I need you to help me catch that little red fishy.
Sure thing, but I can't promise I'll succeed. Is that okay with you?
Lucas! Oh no, she spotted us! Take this net, and don't say anything about me hiring you.
He ran away already.
Unfortunate. This species of fish can only survive for a week on land.
A tourist?
The fish is gonna slip away, you know. Ta-da!
Bro. Oh, sheesh.
The owner probably just wanted to throw in some fish to fit the theme. But this one, bright as a flame, is a real flamula from Lemurian legends.
He's not in the water. Put him back.
Flamula? I'm not very familiar with those myths or folklore. Oh. Hat Island is closed off because there have been reports of wanderers. You should stay away from that place for now.
That explains why I couldn't get a boat ticket. It's good that you were here to let me know. Otherwise, I really would have wasted my time.
Wait. Here's the fish you caught. I hope it'll survive longer with you. If you like the sea, you should go to White Sand Bay.
Doesn't really.
It's the most
doesn't want this
beautiful
fish.
beach in all of...
Bro.
He didn't even let me finish. Darn it.
I forgot his introduction. He's such an asshole. What the heck? Alright. We're skipping next to the next part. I think... Hold on. I have someone's summary. Alright, so the first one... There's your team or whatever. You're a wanderer. You meet the different other love interests. So Zane's a doctor who's monitoring the MC's protocore syndrome. So the MC has something special, but MC doesn't really know what it is. But Zane, who has always been her primary care provider, in addition to a heart surgeon or something like that, is looking at her health. Okay, so I think this is leading up to the part that we are going to watch. So it's something about someone has a painting of importance. The painting turns out to be something that his car is broken down. She takes him on the motorcycle. So basically, someone has a painting. The painting is weird, and it turns out it was painted by Rafayel. So she's going to investigate Rafayel. And I think this is this part. She's going to confront him. None of the other lads are present by this point. It's just the doctor. They are present. So far, this is just 3 of them. So Zane, honestly, we're just skipping their parts. But Zane is present. Zane's doctor. I think. Excuse me. So Xavier, we see him fight some wanderers over here. Hello, Yahoo. Why is it buffering? Why is it buffering? Oh. So this is Raphael's expensive villa, whatever.
I sense energy traces behind this door.
What? The waves. The sound of the waves in the air. That's a good vibe. Dang, he's so pretty.
Who is it? The studio's closed. Wait, aren't you the hunter from before? You... Move!
Oh no. Quick time event.
Ow, that really hurts. I didn't think you'd be that quick. I'm not sure if I should call you heartless or decisive.
Bro. Man.
I really can't tell if it's destiny or bad karma for us to meet again after 2 days.
He's such a brat.
Anyway, you're not here to check on the fish, are you?
You know that I'm a hunter, right? I'm here to deal with the Wanderer problem.
Oh? I had no idea there was something dangerous at the studio. Ah, wait. Now I remember. I did hear some weird noises while I was painting earlier. It was very annoying. Thomas sent you, huh?
A Wanderer chewing on his canvas? Could be connected. So where are they?
I'm not an animal that can use my ears to locate some prey. It's probably downstairs, upstairs, or somewhere else.
So helpful.
In any case, wanderers are everywhere. Literally. I even heard there's one that's sort of like a lemon. Am I wrong? One time I dreamt about slimy rainbow-colored wanderers. The
He
paint
likes
can't
to
be
talk a lot.
mutated, right?
Unlike the Rafayel in those magazine interviews. Is this what you use to make your paints?
Thomas let you have it?
Other than rocks, do you use anything else that's weird?
Well, nothing is weird if you can get color from it. Fine. Do mummy bandages count? Different refinement processes don't necessarily produce the same tint of brown, though.
That's not what I meant. What else is there?
You've asked me so many questions. Yet you're not here to solve my issues, are you?
I want to punch this guy in the face.
What are you?
I've only used this batch of coral stone pigment for one painting.
So you knew about Raymond. His erratic behavior is related to you.
What sort of twisted logic is this? And why are you only thinking about everyone else? I'm a victim too.
That's so selfish.
Also, that
God.
coral stone is mine. Give it to me, now.
You're not going to tell me the truth, are you? If your art causes any more problems, it won't be just me next time.
Really? A hunter can only be patient for 3 minutes? I wasn't done talking. Let me check first. I also would like to know if the problem here is the coral stone.
Okay. Context, so 53. The painting caused someone to go crazy. This guy named Raymond. So he starts going crazy. They figure out that whatever's making him crazy is in the painting, and then they find out that Raphael is the one who painted it. So now the MC, I would just go with she is going to confront him about it, like, what do you know? What do you know about what's in the painting? Why is it causing this?
It's hot. Illusions.
Well, that explains why I started hearing things right after getting a paper cut.
Fluctuations. Do you have a lot of valuables here?
Depends on who you ask.
Answer me.
Not really.
Then you should hide. Now. Leave the Wanderer to me.
Excuse me? This is my house. You should be the one hiding. Don't damage my treasures.
The metaflux is
That was
stronger.
a cutscene.
Is it because of Raphael's blood?
Looks like they're all A-okay. The Wanderer was nice enough not to harm them.
I see this coral stone is imbued with some metaflux. Where did you get it?
You can't just buy coral stones from the market. I might have bartered with the Sardinian locals, or maybe...
Your memory cannot be that bad.
Want to check my collection log?
You have a log?
There are millions of colors. Some people even create samples of their own paint. If there's actually a problem with the source, how are you guys going to deal with it?
Investigate. Might have to close off the area.
I won't just give it to you for free, unless we get an alternative. Coral stones can be found near Lincoln City. I was planning to have a look-see. It's a shame I got injured today. I can't even lift a paintbrush. I'll be in trouble if I encounter any danger.
All right.
Bro, that's all I keep
saw how you
saying.
fought. Quick and precise. That final strike was unlike anything I've seen before. If you could be my bodyguard.
What?
Protect me on our journey together. If we find an alternative, I'll happily give you what's in my hand right now.
Barter.
Don't worry, I can wait. Consider this a private commission from yours truly. The door is over there.
This mission is too important.
Okay.
So, I have no choice.
Can I
but
hurt
to
him
play
now?
along. All right, I'll do it. But don't push your luck.
Great, I'll let you know the time and place. My safety is in your hands.
This guy kind of sucks. You know what's so funny? Is that, like... The Western players really hate Rafayel. Like, he is one of the least favorite love interests in this game. And with an intro like that, oh yeah. I forgot how much of an asshole he is. It's so funny because, like, in the other content with Rafayel in this game, you get more playful banter, but not like not like he actually is supposed to piss you off. And I wonder if it's because, like, his intro made him such an asshole that people didn't want to look more into his character, right? So, hello, Kira! Welcome, welcome. Is he not supposed to be the you love to hate him type deal? It's part of his appeal. Definitely part of his appeal, but I think this is the strongest that I've ever seen his personality in this, like, intro here. So I think this is the reason why we're not going through the whole plot, which includes the other love interests, is because I really just wanted to introduce the parts with Rafayel so that we can start getting into his individual lore. So I think it's really good. It's really good that we had that moment where it's just like, this guy's a fucking asshole. And then it gets better from there. Let's watch a little bit of Xavier so that you guys have an idea of what he's like.
Wasn't I here before? Ugh. No matter where I go, my surroundings look exactly the same. Wanderers?
Wow, the footsteps are so dainty.
If I fight it head on, I'll die. That's for sure. Someone. Is he comforting the Wanderer?
Xavier.
It's that guy from the other day. It's me! We've met before, I swear! Back at the research base. After we escaped, you asked me to... Ah! You asked me to keep our meeting a secret. It's only a sprained ankle. Thank you for your help. I didn't expect us to meet again so soon.
And I didn't expect you to be brave enough to come here alone.
I didn't have a choice. My partner went missing.
The energy fluctuations make it easy to get lost. You should leave now that you hurt your ankle.
What
Very
about
princely
you?
type.
Aren't you worried about getting lost? Oh, wait. That's right. You can just poof whenever you want.
This forest isn't scary because of the unpredictable metaflux surges. Many tenebrae came here seeking the high-grade protocores to sell on the market.
Oh, sorry. Protocores? Shit. Do I even remember the lore for protocores? It's like an energy source. And different protocores have different, like... Different protocores do different things, but then they're also different types of, like, magic. His is light magic. Rafayel is fire magic. Zane is ice magic. There's a lot of terminology. And that's the thing. If we really wanted to understand it all, we would have to watch the whole thing. But then we wouldn't get to Rafayel. So just hang in there and we'll figure it out.
But after obtaining them, the hunters were never seen again.
Why?
This forest is alive. It consumed them.
They take so long to answer. What the heck? Skip?
Scaring me won't work.
You have guts. I wish you the best of luck. All right, we're not far from the edge of the forest. You'll be able to get to safety from here.
Wait, what about you? Why are you here?
Take care of yourself.
Alright, so that's one of the other love interests. That's Xavier. Are we gonna get Zane? Oh, we get Zane here. Alright, this will be Zane introduction.
Really? That's good.
The helper girl.
It's you. There's been a new development in Dr. Noah's research. He asked me to visit him a week ago. He's not as young as he used to be and can't always do things alone anymore. I help him whenever I'm not too busy with work. Would
To
you
me,
like
he
to eat
sounds
something together?
really deadpan.
Sir, the 2 lattes you ordered are ready. Here are to go.
Did I say we met by chance?
Dang! It's pretty smooth. The music in this game is really good.
What are you thinking about? Maybe you'll get your answers when we arrive in Snowcrest. The protocore energy in your heart has always been stable.
It can form an invisible shield to protect your heart when you're attacked.
She has some crazy stuff going on where one of the energy pieces was formed with her heart. So now she's like merged with an energy source, and they're trying to figure out why that's important.
You also haven't become as weak as other patients with protocore syndrome. In other words, it's a power made just for you. You won't have to worry about it anytime soon. You'll live for a long time, long enough to find out the truth.
Ladies and gentlemen, we regret to inform you that the train to Snowcrest will be delayed until 11:30 a.m. tomorrow. We apologize for the inconvenience.
I'm not.
All right. So that was Zane. So I guess so far you have the princely, nice, quiet type, which is Xavier. Then you have the guy who takes care of you because he is your doctor, Zane. And then you have Rafayel, the brat. He's still alive.
You're here? Pull me up. Hurry. Help me get off the floor.
Princess.
You're really nice. You worry about my well-being and even accompany me to lunch. So, did you see anything suspicious? Isn't it awesome? My car installation art. It's one of a kind. Having a bunch of people is the best cover. If anything dangerous shows up, we ditch the car and sprint through the back door. It's like vanishing into thin air. Yeah, it's a long story. But to make a long story short, someone in the N109 zone wanted me to paint a painting, but I told them no.
This is an area where bad people are doing bad stuff. So she's trying to figure out what his connections are with that area.
Well, yeah. They discovered the secret message in my painting, which would lead them to their heart's desire. An illusion? What did you see? Yup, I heard it's kinda rare. It was found near the bottom of the ocean, in a place called Lemuria. That location is brimming with rare treasures. Even a tiny bit of coral can make you feel like you're in a world of dreams. If you grind the coral stone into pigment, you can immerse the viewer in a pretty dream created by the artist.
He's saying that's what was in the
Anyway,
painting.
Guess you're not here because you're concerned about my safety, yeah? Lincoln has become even more dangerous, and now you're talking about entering a labyrinth? Forget about it. A hunter like you just going in there is like a lamb walking into a tiger's den. Wait. Someone's following us. Not sure. But since he's acting all shady, he's definitely not one of my fans. You know, you're a really good hunter.
That sounds so patronizing. Interesting. Oh, there's... Ah! Oh. There we go. There's
Damn
more.
it. How did he manage to slip away again? Who are you?
Oh, God.
It could all be an act, you know. Knocking him down in one fell swoop. Want to do an encore?
I'm not a murderer. I'm just a guy trying to get a scoop.
A reporter from Weekly Arts. Joe. A second-rate art magazine. They scrape by on tidbits they pry from socialites and artists. This hidden camera wasn't cheap, right? Is there anything newsworthy about me to grace your journalism?
Listen to me. Whatever you do, please don't hurt me. It's because of the collector, Raymond. He's dead. He died last night, drowned in his bathtub. No one knew until the next day. When the butler found him, it was already too late. The police already searched his home and looked through the surveillance tapes. They found nothing, not even another person walking into his room, but... the picture painted by Rafayel had vanished from his collection room.
Ruh-roh.
I've heard the rumors. Some say that before he died, he made a bunch of cuts into his arms and legs. His skin looked like a bunch of fish scales. It's awful, if I do say so myself. In the moment a rich guy is dead, the police are quick to cover it up. They're scared a secret will be revealed, one that will cost them their jobs. But there's no such thing as a secret that can't be hidden. Mr. Rafayel, are you sure you didn't have a hand in his death? Can your painting actually manipulate people?
Even if they did, I wouldn't tell you. Also, you said he died last night. I was in my studio during that time and didn't go anywhere. Anywhere. But I do agree it's a tragedy. Or are you saying you want to ask Raymond himself?
No, not at all. I don't... I told you everything I know. Can you please let me go this time?
Sure. I'll even throw in something extra for you. Tomorrow, I'll be instructing my agent to lodge a complaint about your deplorable stalking behavior to your superiors and cancel our exclusive column interview.
Karen.
I reckon you'll be jobless soon. So, why don't you do me a favor and investigate who's trying to hide all that info you just talked about?
Interesting. The blackmail. There's more!
You know what sells the most? Paintings of a calm sea. They can get pretty expensive. The more violent and chaotic the ocean, the less people are interested in it. Yup, you got that right. I daydream in my studio all the time. It's kind of hard to remember what the real world's like. Thanks for bringing me out of my dreams today.
Aw, that was sweet.
I'm going home. The art exhibition needs to be held. Once a painting is sold, another should take its place. But I still don't have the paint needed to finish the piece I'm working on.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Remember our deal? I saw how you fought, quick and precise. That final strike was unlike anything I've seen before. If you could be my bodyguard. Protect me on our journey together. If we find an alternative, I'll happily give you what's in my hand right now. That look. You forgot, huh? Don't worry. I wrote down everything. We'll be fine. Probably. I have an idea on how we can sneak into the N109 zone. You said it yourself. When you see the big picture, you need to use some bait. Why not come up with a master plan? Become the best bait for Anakinus.
That's how you pronounce it.
To be their target, you must have something they want, like info or something. You can decide whether to take the risk or not. Maybe a small opening is all it will take to get them to expose themselves. I can lead you there. Trade intel for intel. Gamble to make gambles with higher stakes. But whether or not you can play the game is up to you. It's just a suggestion. The choice is yours. If you want to do it, meet me tomorrow by the docks at White Sand Bay.
This looks like a picture of a real place.
Good to see you again, Miss Hunter.
This is his assistant.
No reason to be so formal. Call me Thomas. Rafayel does it.
I knew you'd show up.
Oh, that's a nice suit.
I'm not the kind of person to just forget.
You two get along well. I'm glad Rafayel has a reliable friend such as yourself.
Stop treating her like she's my babysitter.
That's true, though.
Hold on. Didn't you ask me for a boat so you could go on a date?
I'd say the wait was worth it. With winds at about 10 miles per hour and no big waves, it's a good day to set sail.
Since heading out to sea is a daunting task,
MC's voice is
shouldn't
back.
use something a little more advanced, like a speedboat?
We're always cooped up in the house painting and stuff. Let's take this chance to exercise.
We're in the same boat now. It's time to tell me what's next.
Don't overthink it. You're just gonna do what you normally do. Fight. That's Hat Island. It's having unusual energy fluctuations, and a weird wanderer appeared.
You're interested in wanderers?
Their protocores contain an extremely rare material. I need to get my hands on it. I'll use it to make paint and create some art, as one does.
As one
Protocours
does.
can be used for painting? I'm not a 3-year-old.
Weird. The island is literally right there, but we've been rowing for 30 minutes and still no signs of land. Are you rowing around in circles?
I'm definitely trying to move this boat along, but you keep rowing us back. That explains why we've been going in
He's
circles.
useless.
This oar is just being mean. I'm getting tired of this. Can we ditch the boat and swim instead?
Oh no. Rafayel, the waves! They're heading straight for us!
Was the weather forecaster slacking off today? Left, hurry!
Water's filling the boat!
Steady now.
You jinxed
Don't
us!
just flail the
I
oar
guess we
around.
really do have to swim to Hat Island.
I feel like I'm gonna puke. Oh. I think I hired an assassin instead of a bodyguard. The world is spinning like...
Stop mumbling to yourself. If it weren't for me, we'd still be in the ocean right now.
I'd rather float in the sea than be on land.
Everything looks okay. I don't see any wanderers around.
Your skills will be useful. Let's go. This island isn't small and we have a full day ahead of us.
You're fine now? Why are you in a hurry?
The mountain. We'll start there.
He gets to pick and choose.
I don't see any signs of life. I remember visiting this place as a kid while on a field trip.
A field trip? What's that?
You've never been on one before? Children line up with their bags filled with all sorts of snacks. And of course, we wrote a travel log, and...
Wow, you were all brave kids to visit places like these. I'm impressed.
More than a decade has passed. Change is inevitable. The resonance is weak, and the watch isn't detecting anything. It's possible wanderers aren't involved.
Your little watch thing doesn't seem to work that well. Where's the coral stone?
Huh? So what? Are you planning to use your blood again?
Or like you can use your evol. The coral stone is from this water. If you notice something weird, it might be tainted with the same kind of metaflux. Use your evol to resonate with it.
Evol's power.
Creating a similar signal might just be good enough to lure them out. Try?
Like, put your power into this
Sending
to
out
create a signal.
Got it. The fluctuation is faint. I can barely sense it.
Wait. You could crack open nuts using that much strength. Please don't destroy my last sample.
Then...
You're not in an arm wrestling match. Let's do this together. Close your eyes. Focus all your senses on your hands. Well, can you feel a warm power surging within you? Everything in this world has a unique, unmatchable frequency. That's why each life is isolated. But your evol allows you to change your frequency. You can resonate with others. If you open your heart, you can establish a connection. And share your power.
That's a really pretty visual.
Really?
Whoa!
If you believe...
The lighting is so pretty.
Sorry.
Okay, I'll try it.
Is it over?
I guess yes.
Well, that was quite the spectacle.
It was your idea. If we don't catch any fish, is the bait at fault?
All right, I guess I was wrong. Tapping into the depths of someone's evil isn't easy. Something reacted.
I did a pretty good job, huh? Don't you think?
You're even better than I expected. The road ahead will be difficult. Take this and keep working hard.
That is the protocore, like, I guess the heart of the monster they just killed.
I didn't think resonating with the coral stone would attract wanderers.
If we can't find what I'm looking for, consider it practice. Anyway, let's set up camp for tonight.
They came back.
Oh, no.
Is it a wanderer?
Even worse, a monster.
Oh, it's a kitten! It's so cute! Now you're safe. You're not here for the coral stone, are you? Why are you over there? It won't eat you.
Stay back. Cats are malicious beasts who deceive everyone with their harmless appearances and play with their prey at whim.
He's such a drama queen!
I don't like them.
Rather than dislike them, I'd say you're more afraid of them. Isn't that right, Rafayel?
Nope, I just don't care. I don't care about cats. At all.
It's hurt. Look, something's off about its injury.
Whoa, stay back. You're not allowed near me after touching that. You have to choose, me or the cat.
What?
It understood what I said?
Its wound doesn't look normal. Maybe wanderers are involved. We should check it out.
You know, you don't have to be that observant. We're not gonna disturb the cat's home, right? That little monster is obviously trying to get some affection. Don't waste your time.
What, is he jealous of the cat?
Look!
A wanderer attacked it.
What happened?
Don't touch it. Ow!
Your hand!
Aww.
Something is coming from the deep.
Oh shit. Whoa!
It's a deluge wormlord.
Whoa!
His flames can split the water?
Guess you like my blood a lot more, huh? Sorry to break it to you, but my fire can never be extinguished.
How did we end up in the...
Dude, the whiplash we were talking about cats a minute ago is really true.
ocean? Rafayel! I need to get to the surface. Where's Rafayel? There he is.
Stay back. Otherwise, I can't guarantee your safety.
What about you? What are you doing?
Not your concern.
Rafayel.
It's settled then. If you don't return, I'll chase you to the ends of the earth.
Don't go.
You forgot everything, yet you still insist. All right, this is your choice.
Whoa. Fishy!
Rafayel?
You're awake?
Are you alright? In the ocean, I thought you...
The line between being kind and being dumb is very thin. A small smart fish swims away while it still can when the big fish are hunting.
You're the idiot. The whirlpool was obviously a death trap, but you just swam right into it. Anyway, thanks. You were the one who pulled me out of the water, right? I thought I heard your voice before I blacked out.
That's just my random act of kindness for the day. So, how long do you think this malicious creature will keep an eye on us?
It's the kitten from before. Now that the Wanderer's gone, it should be safe. It'll be cold tonight. It wants a warm place to sleep. What a cutie pie.
It's moving. Get it away from me.
Well, duh. A cat isn't a log. Come on, pet it. It won't bite.
You. Your flattery means nothing to me. I don't accept you. If you need to thank someone, thank the silly girl. She's the reason you're even getting a crumb of my attention. It licked me. No.
What is wrong with this guy?
A monster touched me. My hand. It's over. I can't hold a paintbrush now. Not like this.
So, is there a reason why you don't like cats?
Why should I? I dislike them because I do. For humans, it's game over as soon as a cat nuzzles them.
Rafayel, that means it trusts you and feels grateful.
Well, animals that are fond of humans usually have a tragic end. One moment you're cute and cuddly, the next they toss you aside. You're forgotten, left behind.
Look, it's saying not all humans are like that.
And you? Wasn't there something important you forgot about?
Are you talking about the coral stones?
You're good at remembering trivial things. We'll have more opportunities to get as many of those as we want. Today, we got lucky.
Isn't that the protocore from the Deluge Wormlord? I didn't think you'd be able to find it.
I see that twinkle in your eyes, you know. But this protocore is mine. Here's payment for your services.
You actually remembered. The nest. Is this the place we can gather intel from?
Don't believe me? Well, real intel is always hidden in the most inconspicuous places. The crazier it seems, the more likely it's true.
You must be a regular there. What did you need back in the day? Mummy bandages?
With a bit of work, you can get nice poisonous sap. But for a hunter such as yourself, you're better off wearing a disguise before going in.
Like what?
Like, at least stop flashing your hunter's watch around. Also, it wouldn't hurt to pick up some of the local lingo.
I'll proceed with caution.
It's okay. I'm a generous employer. Since I hired you as my bodyguard, I'll cover for you when it matters. But I must warn you. In places like the Nest, you have to pay a very high price for obscure information, especially for stuff involving mysterious protocores. Ah, we're saved. Let's call it a day, yeah? I hope you can find the right path, Miss Bodyguard.
guy. Dude, I love him. I am surprised that I continued looking more into his character after this introduction. The reason I wanted to watch the main story is because this gives such a different feel for Rafayel, but I feel like it's important to have this as like the baseline. Because now, actually, I think there's a little bit left at the end here where we do get to see Rafayel. But the more important story that we'll be watching is called A Myth. And it's actually like all of the protagonists have this like fantasy like past with the MC. And so the myth that we'll be watching doesn't have anything to do with the main plot, which is why we didn't dive too deep into the main plot. But it's good to know his character. Oh my god, he's a merman, right? He's a fishy! Yeah, that's why there's just so much water, sea, fish. He doesn't like cats. He's a fish. That's why you have all that imagery. Hello? Oh, yippee! Alright, so this is the last part of the main plot, chapter 1.
Hello? Why? Huh?
Alright, we're bopping.
Weren't we supposed to meet up at 11? Where's Rafayel? It's hunting day. There are more people here than last night. Hopefully everything will go according to plan.
Ultra-dangerous protocols, nothing illegal. And lots more in stock. Are you interested, miss? Haven't seen you before. I'll give you a discount. One Narcissus, and you've got yourself a deal.
Where did you get them? Why don't we start with...
Don't you think it's a little weird to do business with newcomers?
If I'm the newcomer, then you must be the veteran?
You're today's shining star. The little secrets I carry aren't worth the trouble. Got your bait ready?
Yeah, I'll play their game and let myself be taken into the N109 zone.
Which means we need to cast the line. Should be easy enough. Here.
What's this?
Write your bargaining chip on it. Waiter.
Who's he going to tell?
Doesn't matter. If they're interested, they're in.
Now we wait for the fish to bite. How long?
Not long. The nest lives up to its name, you know. It's an underground intelligence network that's known to match supply and demand. Even normal info would have passed through 3 layers by now.
And what's this?
It's part of the process. Drink it, and you officially have a deal.
It's black.
Think about it first. A black glass means you'll pay a high price. If it doesn't go smoothly, you'll be the payment instead.
Being the payment is better than staying in the same place and doing nothing.
She's brave. This MC has balls.
Since you've made up your mind, I won't stop you. I hope you find the answers you seek.
So far, everything looks normal. Gloomy hair. I guess it's to be expected. So many people are after him. Hey,
move aside.
you...
It's about to start.
Wait, it's probably better if I stay low-key. More people are here. They're surprisingly calm.
There's a price to pay when a wish is granted. Will you be the hunter or the hunted tonight?
It's starting.
Hunting day will now commence.
It's that eye again. Is it here for me?
Let's
No, something's
the
off.
hunting
I should hide for now.
as it begins. Now.
There she is.
This is the prey. It's coming. It worked.
C003 neurotoxin. If you're smart, you won't move.
Well, she put herself at risk.
The more enticing the bait, the more dangerous things can get. Most are clueless to it.
Now's not the time to celebrate. The big fish we want hasn't fallen for it yet. Did you bring the stuff I requested?
You're fine with handing over a fresh catch just like that?
Do you really think they can handle the prey I caught?
Wow. When I first watched that, I'm like, he's a fucking traitor! What is this game about? I think it was just a dating sim. The lore, I think the lore actually goes pretty deep. All right, let me go back. This is a playlist. So what I want, let's see. The myths is going to be Forgotten Sea first. So Sea of Golden Land, Sea of Golden Sand. Oh, okay, I need Forgotten Sea. Okay, this one. So that's main plot. Main plot has main character, obviously being main character, is in the middle of all this, trying to figure out what her power is, what the heck she was experimented with, because she was merged with something, right? And now she's become very valuable, which is why she put herself up as bait. So now she's trying to figure out who is moving, like different stuff. The moment your house gets blown up, I know I was in something different. Yes, we did not see that, but at one point the house that you grew up in gets blown up. Like, if you want to look into the full like plot, this is available on YouTube. You can put together the pieces that way. I'm sorry if it's been a little bit confusing. I've just been choosing the parts with Rafayel, which means that we're missing a lot of the plot. But my main goal has been to just introduce like him as a character. So now we're gonna watch the myth. So again, this is the history, or like this is a story of like, I guess, an ancestor in the past or something like that, but it has to do with the main character, right? Actually, I'm gonna use the restroom and then we'll come back, we'll reconvene, and then we'll start on the next part. So I'll BRB. Uggy. We're back. All right, so what do you guys think so far, Raphael? He is a tough and chewy cookie. He's really hard to swallow at first. he's and like I hated this guy. And a lot of people still hate his character. But I'm anticipating after we watch the other stuff that is going to change. I don't know if this is addressed in these myth stories or in the regular plot, but in this lifetime, so the myth is going to talk about another lifetime, but in this lifetime, apparently he saved you from drowning when you were kids, because he's a merman, right? So he saves you from drowning, and then you don't remember him. So that's why I was like, are you sure you haven't forgotten something? And when you're like, the stones, he's just, he gets pissed off. He's like, why don't you remember me? Yeah. And then what else? What else was talked about? Yeah, I think that's it for now. I think we just go right into... So this person actually recommends Forgotten Sea first. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to do Sea of Golden Sand. It's crazy because he's just as much of a trope as the rest, but he feels kind of self-aware. But yeah. Like, I love this guy. I think it's funny because he, like, comes at you with, like, claws out, but then underneath you realize that that's just, like, a facade. He's just being dramatic and stuff on the front, but he's actually trying to figure out how to solve the problem. But then he also cares, despite like that end scene where it seems like he just like put you up for he just like gave you in, right? And so what happened to the cursed paintings in the end? I actually don't know. I don't know. I haven't looked into the chapter. I haven't looked into chapter 2. There is chapter 2 available that we can watch. The thing is, if we do... I actually don't know what to search for. So I was hoping that today we'll just go through the myth stories and then we'll continue on with chapter 2 once I have like a better understanding. I remember when that scene got released, my friend was saying, I knew it. I always hated that guy. Yeah. I have a feeling there's like a lot more to it. I think the initial impression is supposed to make you feel like that. Also, I turned... Wait, has my BGM been on? Okay, good. I turned it off. Okay, very good. All right. So... Oh, give me 1 second.
Quickly now! The sacrifice is missing! Lower the sails! and turn! Hurry! The waves are too strong. Water is rushing in. Half the cabin is already flooded. Now, throw it in the ocean!
Fools. Any further in a storm would be the last thing on your minds. Were you abandoned? Did you ask for my assistance? Release me. I said release me. I will grant you deliverance, and in exchange, offer yourself, your everything to me. Become my follower, mortal.
Is she dead?
Can dead bodies be used for research?
Her body's warm, and she still breathes. Why won't she wake up?
Did you forget our lessons in the study of human anatomy? They aren't like us.
Oh, must be cerebral hypoxia caused by pressure differences. Let's record this observation in our next report.
If her soul has returned to the heavens, we should ask Rafayel if we can dissect her. The college hasn't had a fresh human specimen for hundreds of years.
She's awake! Her eyes are open!
Sorry, I've been muted.
Keep your distance. She bites. A glance would reveal that you are in Lemuria. Treat her wounds and give her clean clothes. I'll inform Elder Amund that we've found my devout follower.
Worry not. When Rafayel brought you back, it seems you'd be vomiting bubbles with the crabs for a fortnight. My name is Algie. He's Conch. You're the first live human we've met. Well, they're the ones who swam along the currents, but none could talk like you.
You're scaring her, sister. Look, her hands shake like a shrimp seeing a whale for the first time.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't mean it. You'll know when you visit the temple. It's a very, very long tale. I'll tell it on the way.
I'll pause it and I'll read it. Alright, Algie told me that in the deep sea is the forgotten kingdom of Lemuria. The sea god, or god of the sea, lives there. He protects whatever the briny sea breeze touches. His followers include not just denizens of the ocean, but also humans. As such, His most devout follower must gift him a heart, so he has the strength to protect Lemuria and become the god recognized by the entire ocean. It is said that the sea god of our generation was born in flames as dusk turned to dawn. Only he can use fire. Indeed, a great flame has burned in Whalefall City's temple for thousands of years. It represents Lemuria in its prosperity and decline. The tome of the sea god states that if this fire were to ever go out, Lemuria shall fall into a deep slumber for centuries. This sounds like a predicament.
Running around.
It's pretty.
Do that, and the humans will get you.
Haven't you heard?
Skin you,
The child
hug every
next door went
scale,
hunting for
and turn you
jellyfish
into a
and got
lamp.
stung.
We're here.
Now his brain
Welcome
is
to
nothing but
Whalefall
sand,
City.
saying he's best friends with the starfish.
It's so pretty.
Elder Amund maintains the temple. He believes only the most devout, sincerest worship can awaken the sea god's powers and keep the flame strong.
Humans are the most selfish, greediest of creatures.
True.
Thus, when they offer their hearts, love, even their lives, 'tis considered the most precious form of worship. The tome also confirms Rafayel will be the last god of the sea. Therefore...
Conch.
I just remembered, I still have a report to write. Farewell.
Oh. Ugh. Sorry, I'm gonna rewind. Conch said the Tome of the Sea God is here. It contains all of Lemuria's history and prophecies. In the temple is also the fire, symbolic of Lemuria as a whole.
She is most suited to be the one.
Her? She's the human your quintessence decided on?
'Twas more of fate's whimsy. I wandered about on the earth and became her cushion as she fell.
For now, I shall forget your quintessence snuck out and burned the god's hair. I must ask again, is she truly to be the human your quintessence is bound to?
As long as the sea god's ceremony is assured, I will make her my follower.
Bro.
However, we should remove all her teeth and nails. I worry she'd bite and scratch us if given the opportunity.
Once a Lemurian is bound to someone, 'tis impossible to go against their wishes. She will have the power to command your quintessence when the two of you barely know each other. Is that something worth giving?
You know?
The day has dragged on long enough. I'm tired. Sleeping. Wake me before nightfall.
Bro just sits down. What the heck? He literally put his phone down, not reading messages anymore, sorry. Dude, Sonny, what are you doing? What do you mean? He's such a heavy breather. I think it's so funny. Like, they have to make a sound. So that, because they could just leave it silent, but it doesn't sound as good. So they have to tell the voice actor, like, hey, breathe, but like, make a sound while you're breathing. So it sounds like we added some audio here. Also, hello, Scarlett. Glub, glub, glub. With the weird god of the sea.
Was it fun to explore Lemuria? There is no need to shout my name. 'Twas a test made for you. Elder Amund was right. Human promises are but meaningless words. I told you to wake me before nightfall, didn't I?
Not upset in the slightest.
Besides, when I saved you from the ocean's clutches, we made an oath. Did you forget? I will grant you deliverance, and in exchange, offer yourself, your everything to me. Become my follower, mortal.
That's such a high demand. What the heck?
I am not a god who answers every whim. The ceremony is to take place in a month. And as you are aware, ceremonies always need. All right, return to me your life. "'Tis not worship that I desire. From the depths of your very soul, I seek only the purest devotion. The tides ebb and flow, and with every setting sun is a moon rising. Till time's end, I should occupy your every thought. You must believe in me alone. Think of it from another perspective. Thou is to find a means by which thy heart becomes smitten with me."
Hell no! Find one who will kiss you even if you do not give them the world. Love a soul that is like your own, that which complements you. Love and death are the most important things in life. Death is a matter of time, so love with all your heart can muster. So, there are two things I want to mention about this. This is like meta, like not what's told in the story, right? But this scene. Well, okay, maybe I won't talk about it because it's what I was about to say was more context after putting the stories together, but I think it's just better just to watch the story and then get the pieces together later. Very bold, asserting every thought will be about him. Weird, huh? Isn't that weird? But then, so what we've gathered so far is that the main character was a sacrifice, was thrown overboard, gonna die. And then for some reason, Rafayel appears and he's just like, all right, I'll take pity on you. Or it was that the MC like forcefully took some of his magic, right? The MC initiated a kiss. Now she can breathe underwater. And because of that, it's her like, well, okay, now that you can already breathe underwater, I'll just make you like the sacrifice that is needed for the sea god. And so it's a really interesting situation in which like the MC would be dead anyways if it wasn't for Rafayel, but now the price is that like you're a total stranger and by the end of 1 month you have to be totally in love with me, whatever, dedicated, because that is what is required of the person who will be the sacrifice. And so it's interesting because in both scenarios, the MC has to lose everything. Yeah. I mean, if you're already there, you might as well be a sacrifice. And so it just comes off so terribly because like you're total strangers. This guy is like, well, you gotta do all these things now that you're here. And MC's like, I don't have a choice, but she didn't have a choice to begin with. Yeah, so we'll just keep watching. Oh, okay. For my entire life, I only thought about how I'd die. My mind focused on escaping that temple and forging my own path. I refused to be sacrificed. So her life was meant to be a sacrifice to begin with. That's really sad. Oh my god. Yeah, and she tried to fight it. And then now she's being put in a new situation where she's being told the same thing.
You must keep an eye out. Humans eat everything. Fish can always be on the main course.
We also like to eat fish. What fish do they like?
They also tend to use hot water for their baths.
Do you remember Lemuria's flame? We call it the sun below the waves. The fire grows weak as seasons pass. The sea god must reignite it during his coming of age ceremony.
Desperation.
As you must know, we are in the deep sea. Sunlight cannot reach this place, let alone moonlight. Without this flame, Lemuria would be plunged into a horrifying darkness. If we were not able to see each other, we would transform into hideous beasts.
Is this just some unknown time in the past or a whole AU? This is in the past. I think this is like, I think it's how do you describe it? It's like shoot, I actually don't know how to describe it. It's like the MC is related to this ancestor. This is a story that takes place. Technically, the MC like experienced this with like a descendant of Rafayel or something like way in the past. Sometime before the present, exactly, yeah.
It has no name. Treat it as the miraculous conch of wonders. Take it. The shell will accept all your pointless laments and complaints.
Hi, Cloud Fairy. Bye, Cloud Fairy.
Are you interested in some sightseeing? Follow me. No.
He's straightforward about it. Oh.
But don't hold on to it too tightly. Is it pleasing to look at? Tell me of the world on the surface. There are records of them in the college's library, and don't give me that look of pity. 'Tis rude. Can you name even one of the peculiar creatures of the deep sea?
Trying to sleep everything away. Oh, cutscene.
Don't waste your time. One should practice silence when watching the sunset.
Just shut up.
I do not. Your tongue barely moved when we first met. Back then, you were rather...
Huh. Say it, I dare you. Hey!
This side of you is much more to my liking.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Were the surface world as lovely as you claim, you'd be elsewhere.
Yeah, he's right.
If you persuade me to bring you to the beach, you'll run away. Is the surface world sunset different from the one in the ocean?
Aww. I forget this is the dating sim.
Let's go. The beach. You spoke of humans celebrating the sea god's birthday for several days. Yes. Two-legged creatures like you are slow and lack the ability to protect themselves. Without me, you won't survive a single day in the ocean. Have you lived there a long time?
Ah, shit.
Why didn't you try to escape? You were originally a sacrifice to the sea god. Why are you inviting yourself into their domain?
Good point. What? Did he carve something out of wood? That's crazy.
Unable to break his vow with the girl and his own burning passion, the god of the sea left the ocean and lived happily ever after with his beloved.
But Lemuria is centered around bonds. Without it, the sea god won't remember or obey her.
What are you talking about? The god of the sea will find his beloved and live happily ever after.
You're also naive. What do you think, miss? Will the sea god be with her because he loves her? Or because of their vow?
Oh. Oh!
What about you, sir? Does Lemuria exist? Would the sea god give his heart to a human?
He would. Lemuria is my homeland, so that is how I know.
Huh? What are Lemurians like?
Their tears turn into glimmering pearls, and their voices bring dreams of wonder. Their blood can make one live forever, or even resurrect the dead.
I already knew that.
Lemurians don't fall in love with people they are bound to. 'Tis a human fantasy.
What else?
Are you that curious?
Sir?
The young lady there. Inform her that someone is waiting. If she doesn't return soon, that person won't keep waiting. I'm not upset, but
someone stole the pearl eyes from the sea god statue in the temple. You must be the thief.
You're mistaken. The person who gave these to me is over there. I would never dare touch the sea god's treasures.
There, seize them.
will they imprison us? Ah, well, we should start running.
Little fish know when to
run.
run.
The sand before we. Ouch! Don't you want to stay? If that's your wish, I can distract them for you. In the Tome of the Sea God, the text states I must never go against your wishes. If I did, it'd mean we cannot be bound.
Interesting. By
I
force?
need only one follower. It doesn't have to be you. But you always wanted to live on the surface world, right? This event has nothing to do with me either.
The thieves are over here! Capture them!
Do you all want eyes from the god of the sea? I have tons. Have at it.
Mine! It's mine! Cease! None of you can take them. They are only for the emissaries.
So much for not blowing his cover. What the heck?
Sir, I don't want the sea god's eyes. Can I get your sea god puppet instead?
Here. Remember to keep them together.
TikTok, don't keep him waiting. For real.
Jump.
Huh?
Not with me here.
What? What? Bro.
Hold on tight. If I did, your last kiss would have been given to this generation's sea god. Also, watch what your arms and legs are doing. I don't mind. Give me your hand. We went through a lot of effort to see the sunrise. Why are you quiet? As a young boy, my life was no different from yours. The prophecy stated Lemuria was to only have one god of the sea left. My predecessor passed away, and they found me years later, bathed in the flames under the union of dusk and dawn. The deep sea is dangerous. Only the strong survive. 'Tis why I can only go as far as the surface of the sea. Who do you think made that hole behind the college? So it is. When the fire goes out tomorrow, a new Lemurian prophecy will appear in the Tome of the Sea God. And when the fire is reignited, the ceremony will end. We sit on my divine throne, adorned with shells and pearls. 100 golden crabs will carry us on a journey to every part of the deep sea.
That sounds spectacular. Annoyed.
Indeed. I'll skip the first part of the ceremony. 'Twas only make-believe nonsense. I don't know the details of the ceremony, but it won't be anything like the celebration on the surface world. Every participant will be blessed by the ocean. Tomorrow's blessing will be for everyone, but 'tis only yours at this moment. 'Tis a true emissary of the god of the sea. With it in your company, you need not be afraid of the danger that lies ahead. I also have a question. 'Tis a very, very important one. Are you willing to be my follower? The sea god's heart, mine heart, dost thou want it?
The old speech is so funny. I will cut out your heart with a dagger honed, my darling, and in love's name your heart will become my faith. Your body will be washed clean, shine like a pearl. I will care for your heart till we meet again, and you reclaim it for yourself. Ooh! Wait, did I miss this messaging? He really said be a better swimmer. Wait, sorry, that went a little fast. Okay. I once had a dream. My feet sink into the sand. Endless is the yellow sky. Plants grow along a dried riverbed. I walk beside it for a long, long, long time. The skin on my fingers is dry, cracked. My feet start to bleed. At the edge of the riverbed is a young man and a giant sea creature. I cannot make out his features, but I think he is taking in the animal's warmth. He appears to be singing a melody. It is strange, alluring, but I can barely make out any notes as his voice is barely above a whisper. I take a few steps, wishing to hear him better. When he looks up, I immediately recognize his eyes. He stands up, reaches out to me, like I'm an old friend returning from a long trip. There's Whalefall City. He points to the bones of a sea creature long dead. In the distance, they rest in the sand dunes. That's where I can look at the sea? Yes. I take his hand. We arrive at our destination when the sun rises. The teen turns to me. A dagger plunges into my chest. Warm blood drips and seeps into the sand. I watch as he rips open my chest and holds my heart with his hand, red with my blood. A tiny flame feeds on my fresh blood. A shiny crystal emitting a strange light rests at the center of the flames. There's a voice in the air whispering, "The reason for us to leave the desert is not to find an oasis. We're here for a heart, to take it back and make it our worship." What? That's crazy. Now ripping out the heart is peak romance. Apparently it is.
Who cares? Tomorrow will be the sea god ceremony. I'm not sure how to describe it.
I love this piano melody.
We also prepared a lovely garment for you. Just stand in a conspicuous spot and then give him your hand. Mm-mm. 1,000 years passed since then. My grandfather's grandfather was still a child then. Oh, don't worry. I heard the sea god's follower will help him see Lemuria's future. The prophecy will reveal the fate of Lemuria. You're free to play with us once the ceremony is over.
Hide and seek. Someone you meet, she will steal something of great importance to you. Even if you are blindfolded and tossed into the bottomless depths of the ocean, she'll know who you are and how to find you. After climbing through the temple's window, Raphael felt a little tired, dizzy even. 3, 2, 1. Ready or not, here I come! Algae was far, far away, a speck in the distance. Raphael sat down and expected to wait a long time. The Lemurian temple stood at the highest point of a seamount. 'Twas closest to the sky above. Hence the first rays of dawn brushed against the spire every morning, and only the spire. Lemuria was in the bottom of a fissure in the deep sea, a place light would not touch. Only a fire provided a source of warmth and light. The sun's rays made him tired. To prevent himself from falling, he touched the flame. 2 flames merged, burning together as if they were once a single blaze. The prophecy stated it would go out, only to be reignited by him. Raphael frowned and thought, it's too cold and too dark down there, I don't like it. So he asked again, would someone come find me when I'm hidden there? Elder Munch shook his head. He watched the way the flames flicker, then sighed. He plunged his finger into the heart of the fire slowly. The fire wasn't hot, instead it was warm, like the sea baked under the afternoon sun. He wanted to be like those fish that leaped out of the water, to break through the surface and see if the sun was just as warm. He had an impious thought. Perhaps Lemuria's fire is just a poor imitation of the sun.
Shh, be quiet. I don't want to be found right away.
Oh, this is a flashback.
If you speak another word, you will return to being a scale, and a scale you'll be forevermore. I heard there is a lot of entertainment on land, as well as humans. You're small, barely even a bite if eaten. If we sneak out onto the surface world and meet bad people, could you do anything? Be careful, or else you'll be caught. They'll pluck all your scales and remove your insides. Humans will turn you into fish oil for a lamp and bite you. All of you are idiots. I'm over here. Try a little harder to find me next time.
Can't you dumb sea cucumber? I told you to save a spot for us. We can't see anything here.
Sister, don't be so mean. Your teacher's right in...
Why are you hiding there? The sea god won't be able to see you.
Quiet. Here he is.
This is my promise to you, for 'tis Lemuria's vow, a bond everlasting.
No one knows what happened that day. Lemuria is plunged into endless darkness. Panic seeps into every part of the ocean. The deep sea is angry. In its wrath, waves slam against the cliffs and rocks fall into the water. Even that underbuilt temple is turned into rubble. 'Tis a long time before the sea god walks out of the temple alone, bringing light back to Lemuria. As he leaves the temple, the alcove that once held the flame collapses. The sea god's follower is gone. Bathed in sparks and cinders, he holds a small pulsing flame. It rides like a newborn. Some said that the flame was born from the purest faith. Some said the sea god sacrificed his follower to save Lemuria. Different stories, some true, some not, circulated until people gradually forgot about the ceremony. No Lemurians have ever seen the sea god's follower and the little fish that swims around him. They are gone, whereabouts unknown. Only many, many years later, then the god of the sea has perished. When the kingdom has sunk into the depths of the ocean, a rumor begins to circulate Lemuria. The god of the sea had lied to the deep sea for his beloved. Interesting. So they were still able to keep it alive, but temporarily? Because he comes out with a flame. So the flame does keep Lemuria alive. But then many years later, when the kingdom has sunk to the depths of the ocean. So does that mean it failed? The story is a little fragmented. Not a little, I mean a lot. Like, it's hard to figure out exactly what needs to be done because it contrasts between how the characters feel about the situation. But it's like we only get little bits and pieces of everything, so it's hard to know what exactly is happening. Maybe it was a fake because he wanted to preserve his beloved. Yeah, because then what happened to his little fish friend? And then they never saw the follower again, so they just assumed that the follower was sacrificed. Oh, shoot. Sorry, it keeps... Every time I turn in this direction, it keeps giving the frowning expression. I wish it was a little more clear. I'm definitely not someone who can read very well into stories, so actually I had to read like a big look of disapproval. I had to read a synopsis of this after I had watched it the first time in order to really understand it. I wonder if the other story is going to talk about it better. I think the Sea of Golden Sand is another story. From the synopsis that I read, so both Rafayel and the MC. So the MC was raised to be a sacrifice. Thought she was a follower. Found out she was a sacrifice. It was actually sacrificed. And then had a new responsibility to the sea god because her life was saved in exchange for everlasting devotion, which was what was needed in order to keep Lemuria alive. And you have Rafayel, who was sort of thrown into this role in the embodiment of the sea god. And when I had read this summary, like they keep referring to Raphael as like young Raphael, right? Wait. But yeah, lots of ambiguity. Fake the MC sacrifice. People believed it was real, and then the area eventually went into ruin. Yeah. That's what it seems like to me, too. Do they not talk about more? Is that it for now? Yeah, and then Raphael knew what needed to be happened, but because he's young, he's in a position that he doesn't want to be in. He thinks that he can just demand that kind of devotion from someone. And then eventually, as they start to get to know each other, then they actually start liking each other. And then that's when he makes the decision that, like, yes, my responsibility is to be the sea god and to keep Lemuria alive, but I also want to be able to do what I want. And then he tries to make both happen, ? Or like, as long as I can keep Lemuria alive just for a little bit longer, that's fine. and then the MC doesn't actually have to die. Interesting. Sacred dream. Oh, here. Forgotten Sea. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Okay, so someone made this. Funny. They call it Everything Raphael. This is everything about his lore. So, this is the summary. Raphael, the last sea god of Lemuria, rescues a human sacrifice and forms a bond with her, defying prophecy and traditions. Their relationship evolves through shared adventures, culminating in the ceremonial union where the MC vanishes, leaving Raphael to reignite Lemuria's flame alone. The lore explores themes of faith, sacrifice, the defiance of fate, with Raphael ultimately choosing love over divine duty. Oh my God, they have full text in here. Holy. Wow. Dang. I don't know. Are you guys the type of duty type people? Are you guys love over duty? I'm not gonna lie, I'm a duty type person. If people are gonna die because of it, I'll do my duty. But that's what makes this story so alluring, right? The idea that like, despite fate, you're gonna do what it is that works best for you. Def more duty over love. Yeah, I think most people would. But then again, like, that's why the idea of defiance is so romantic. That's really tough, though, to have that kind of responsibility on your shoulder. That's a really hard call to make. Yeah, meeting the one person who makes you turn your back upon fate and your sworn duty. That is also true. It could just be that one person that's worth it, right? That idea is also very romantic. Sea of Golden Sand. This is like, I want to say it's another myth. I don't know how that's different. from this one here. I thought there was another. Oh, here. Tears of Romero. That's Raphael in his fish form. I want to say let's watch this one because it'll connect to this one. I don't think it does. Oh, shoot. Oh, wait, yeah, this is the main. Okay, I was like, we missed 2 of them. Prologue to Tomorrow and Land of Secret Flames, but that's also the main story. Myths. I'm gonna look up something real quick. Love and Deep Space. What is it? Oh, myth. I want to define the myth. Okay. Myths are the other lives of the MC and the love interest, past or future. Yeah, okay. That's pretty much about right. Man, I want to watch this one too, but I'm actually... I think this is about it for me. Because we also did that stream this morning. And that was good. That was enjoyable. I wanna go into the like some of the voice pack stories that are different from the plots that you see in the main plot. But I think we'll go through those another day. Wow, I'm happy to actually like sit down and watch the plot stories. I have a friend who initially wasn't a Rafayel fan and then became a Rafayel fan. And then they wanted to talk about like his lore so badly, and I just didn't play the game like that. So I'm glad I'm actually like sitting down and going through it, and then we can actually talk about it at some point once we watch enough. Double stream takes a toll, but the story is really interesting. Did you enjoy it? Do you like the game so far? That's what I want to know, because I think for people who haven't played this game, there's a lot to be heard of the game just as someone who doesn't play it. But then when you actually play, it's like, oh, it's a lot deeper than, at least for me, it was a lot deeper than what I had initially expected. Yeah, I'm really excited for this myth story though. And then I'll go through probably and then see, maybe I'll end up watching the whole chapter 2 on my own time and then seeing which parts I can like pick out. That would be good. Yeah, its reputation precedes it a bit, like the AX Lads booth, but interesting to see how they do lore and different character depictions. Yeah, I really like how different the love interests are. They follow tropes, but then I feel like they build on what makes the character good, and that's what makes it so enjoyable to really watch the stories and then learn more about these characters. Although Raphael could just continue to be annoying the whole time. Yeah, oh my god. So I had seen when they were opening tickets for like the lads experience at AX, and I had a feeling, I'm like, I really should sign up for it and I think I would get it. But then I didn't because I didn't have an AX badge. And I'm like, I should have done it. I should have made it work. I should have done it. Yeah, so now I'm in my sadness actually playing the game, wanting to interact more. Seeing the videos from the booth, that's some quality fan service. I see now. I don't think I'd be able to handle it personally. I think it sounds like a fun idea, but when you're actually in that situation, it's really scary. Like I saw someone that I know and they were making fun of themselves for how they were reacting going through it, like their hand was shaking stuff and they're like, bro, stop shaking. Yeah. All right, so we'll go then more into Rafayel's lore story on another stream. We are so close to Offkai, guys. So close to Offkai. Just have to finish these last preparations and then we can actually enjoy the con. Yeah. Okay, guys. I'm taking off for today. Thank you so much for joining for stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The goal was definitely to introduce you guys to something new. I think, and I'm saying this again, I think Glads is something that a lot of people know on like from the outside, but actually being able to introduce the content on the inside is really interesting. Also, I had wanted to establish Rafayel because I plan to have a collab stream with a friend, and then we'll be looking at the other love interests, the ones that we don't follow. So I like Rafayel, she likes Silas, so we'll probably look then into Xavier, Zane, or Caleb. So yeah, we only talked about the three that are here because these were the three that were introduced in the main story, but the two other love interests that have been introduced since are Caleb and Silas. Silas being sort of like the domineering type. What else does he do? He's sort of like a gangster. And then the other guy is like the boy next door type, except apparently he gets a little yandere, so that's gonna be really interesting. I think it would be really fun for those characters to dive right into like the 4-star stories or even the 5-star cards where the focus is more romance related, because I think that's fun to analyze. I think that's fun to look at, but we'll see what we actually end up watching. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for coming to stream. I will see you guys on the next stream. If not, I'll see you guys at Offkai. All right, bye everyone. Bye. Thank you. Bye.